Hello all, I am Mr. Lee Chemsir. This video clip is to discuss with you the quiz recently set on the topic redox titration. Let's discuss the questions one by one. Question number 1, part A. First of all, the term stoichiometry means the coefficients on the balanced chemical equation. Right here, you may regard it as the mole ratio. As you are provided with the data about the reactants, so you can quickly determine their number of moles. And then, based on the two number of moles found, you can get the stoichiometry, that is the mole ratio being 1 to 2. Based on this mole ratio, you can go further and write the balanced chemical equation for the reaction between iodine and thiosulfate. Part B. Appropriate indicator actually is starch. Just to remind you here, the starch should be added when the mixture becomes pale yellow. So this is very important. Of course, this is not required in this question. Just to remind you, this is so important. Probably DSE may ask question on this. And the color change at the end point is from dark blue to colorless. Question number 2. This question involves different redox reactions. First of all, the redox reaction between sodium oxalate and acidified potassium permanganate. You need to know the reaction between these two reactants and especially the product after permanganate oxidizes the oxalate. It will become carbon dioxide. Of course, permanganate will become manganese 2 plus as usual when the medium is acidic. The color change at the end point when permanganate is being put in the burette. Make sure you know that the color change at the end point must be like this, okay? From colorless to pale pink. Don't forget that the pink color comes from one extra drop of the purple permanganate solution. After the equivalence point has been reached, and one extra drop makes the resulting color pale pink. Finally, the concentration of the potassium permanganate solution. How to find it? Going back, you are provided with the volume and the molarity of the sodium oxalate solution, so you just multiply them together. Of course, right here the volume is expressed in cm cube. Of course, you have to convert it to dm cube. Anyway, this factor will be cancelled out later on. So multiply them together, you get the number of moles of oxalates. And then based on the balanced chemical equation, they react in the mole ratio 2 to 5. From the number of moles of oxalate, you need to find the number of moles of permanganate. Therefore, you have to multiply this factor. Finally, don't forget that you are asked the concentration of the permanganate. Therefore, you have to divide the number of moles by the volume of the permanganate. This time again, this is expressed in cm cube. Therefore, the two factors divided by 1000 will be cancelled out, leaving the answer like this. And then part B, make sure you are able to write this equation. I just try to demonstrate to you very quickly. From permanganate to manganese 2, apply the half equation method. First of all, you add 4H2O on the right and then 8H plus on the left. And of course, there should be 5 electrons added on the left-hand side. For the other half, Fe2 plus becoming Fe3 plus. So simple. You just add 1 electron here. And of course, you need to multiply this half equation by 5 and then add them together. You will get this overall equation. From the balanced chemical equation, you found that these two key reactants react in the mole ratio 1:5. That's why in the part 2, there is a step like this, okay? You have to multiply the number of moles of permanganate by 5. And this is just the number of moles of Fe2 plus. Of course, later on, you have to multiply it by the molar mass of Fe. Therefore, it gives the mass of Fe2 plus ions. Of course, I mean this whole expression. Finally, refer to the question. You were told so early that the sample of A has a mass 0.863 gram. So, based on this, you found the percentage by mass of Fe2 plus ion in the solid sample A. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you got all the answers and understand all the ideas behind the questions. Thank you.